All right, Nathan, what are we doing today?
All right, so it is now time to plumb up all this gorgeousness in the boot, and we need to use this aluminium -8 hardline and bend it and curl it and make it all go to everything, and it has to be perfect. So it's going to be an all day of this one because we have a shit ton of fittings to use, and we're going to be bending this with a tube bender, and
we know how well we do with brake lines, so this will be great with fuel lines.
Michael's left-hand sided brake line on the diff.
It was great.
And my beautiful right-hand sided brake line.
We have a tube straightener today too. So
yeah, we do have a tube straightener. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to plumb everything. There's a lot of lines that got to go to the surge tank, and then there's like 2 lines that just got to go under the car. So there's not many to make, but it's going to take a while to make.
Because it's got to be finesse.
It's got to be perfect. We're straight into it on this one.
Yeah, there's a fair bit to get done today.
Yeah, so we'll start with the easy lines.
Start with the easy lines. Let's pull everything back out again.
Back out again. Until you pick it up and then you realise it's really heavy. That's go.
Now that you moved that. So we should also mention too that the other day, off camera, Nathan finished up the rest of this sheet metal. So that's all done now. It's ready to go. We've painted it in just some primer just because I think we're wrapping this, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're going to wrap this anyways. But yeah, it looks good. It's ready to be finished off now. I wonder if we'll get to wiring today. I'd like to run the wires too, but I don't see it happening.
I guess we'll see, hey?
Yeah.
You never know, we might have a plumb by lunch.
Let's get her running. might get the drag. Might get the drag done. What are you doing?
I'm getting rid of this so then we can draw a diagram for the people on how we're going to run all the plumbing.
We have a diagram on paper.
Pardon?
We have a diagram on paper.
Yeah, but why? We have a whiteboard here. And I don't have a whiteboard remover. So you know the good old scribble over?
Can't you use, is it GIF?
Is it GIF?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm almost there anyways.
Here's our diagram. Looks like a bunch of spaghetti on paper at the minute. It's been a long time since this whiteboard has been clear.
I know. Let's destroy it. Getting serious now.
Oh, the ruler's coming out.
Alright.
Wrong.
What?
Don't worry folks, I'm as interested as you are as to where this is ending up for Sergio.
Alright, now we're getting serious. The 3-inch pipe's gonna be huge. Oh, actually no, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's to
scale.
To scale.
10 mil is 30 mil. 50 mil, sorry.
Look at that.
Mate. Draftsman. I think it's a pretty simple diagram. So, this is it. We've got our 2 vents, which will go out to the floor with filters, right? Like that, like so. That is our tank drain. That one is our surge drain. This is our out one to supply to the surge. This is our return from the engine. This is out to the engine. And then this is our overflow return back to the cell.
Yep.
So I think it's quite simple, but now all we've got to really just take our time and do is make this neat.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, it's a good schematic to go off.
Yep.
You can basically just throw that all right in the bin.
That was version 1, version 2.
We haven't done any work yet today.
It's been half an hour. Nathan spent half an hour drawing that up. Meanwhile, I've been doing some real work.
You drew a template, which I made the template.
So what we're working on at the minute is fuel cell here. We have our surge tank there and our battery there. We know where they all live. These 2 here, like I said before, these are our breathers. They can be drilled wherever we want because they're just standalone holes that go through, like they've got their own single bulkhead. But the engine out and return, they use this here, which is a Raceworks bulkhead. Both line goes on either side. So this is the last thing that we need to have in place to know where all the lines are going to go, basically. So now we're trying to figure out where that goes. So Nathan made up a little template, and while Nathan was spending all that time doing very important stuff, which I agree you actually pretty handy.
I bet you we refer back to that a lot today.
I reckon we will. I drew out a template, so that's where this is going to go. So we're going to drill that out because underneath here is the old hole for the fuel tank, where the fuel tank will come through. So that's why we're going to put it here. And it means that we can plug into the original fuel lines, which are at the bottom there, and it should be easy. We'll drill this out. I'll see if we can do it with a step drill. Otherwise, I think we're going to have to use this.
2 hole saws.
2 hole saws, I reckon.
And then cut out the middleman.
Yeah, cut out the middleman.
I think we got our plan.
I love the accuracy of whole saws. Well, the test fit worked.
Anyway, it's in. Lovely. Now we can plumb to it.
Now we can put everything back in.
Yeah. Alright, let's start plumbing. So I'm going to start with the easiest thing. And he's just bung the tank to here for obviously maybe, I don't know, gravity fed or external pumps. But we're not using that, so we're going to bung it.
That's it. This is our first successful plumbing job. It has begun. Alright, so now that we have our surge tank in and our fuel cell, we have our bulkhead down here as well too, which came out pretty good. I'm happy with that. So the idea of that bulkhead plate is then you can use a bulk head fitting, I suppose is what this is called. And it looks super neat, like that. And there's a nut on the other side that you screw the nut up to hold that in place to make it nice and tight. So yeah, that's pretty much, except for the breathers down there, that's pretty much all the fittings that we're going to need. So now we need to figure out which one we're going to start with.
Okay, well let's refer.
I reckon we
just start with the two easy ones.
And return one.
Yep. Let's do that, eh?
So this is our first time working with hardline, fuel hardline, especially this size, dash 8.
So we've got a tube there. So we have a tube straightener.
Yep. Which we've used before, it works pretty well. I
Yeah,
really
but
like
we
it.
don't know when we've used it. This is going to get an absolute workout today. And what do we got? Well, you got a new bender.
Oh yeah, I had to get a new bender, I'll show you.
You going to the tool cabinet?
This is our normal tube bender that you've probably seen us use and fail miserably using. And it works fine, except it only goes up to whatever that is. Not real big. It's meant for brake lines and stuff. So we had to get a new tool. I like getting new tools. But we needed it, you know, it was a necessity. So now we have a new tube bender. So this one does dash 8 hardline. And I couldn't find it anywhere. The only place that I could find this was actually for a HVAC shop for doing air cons.
Wow.
Just because the tube is so big. So hopefully this works all right and is, you know, accurate enough. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I guess we just need to
cut a test piece and work out how it
goes.
Yeah.
So we have 14 meters worth of hardline, which we thought 7 meters might just be enough, but we're gonna screw up a lot. So we ordered just a little extra, just because. Just so we have some flexibility. It bends really nicely. I could straighten this out better than the tube straightener. I like doing this because I feel like one of those guys on the English wheel.
Oh wow, that's really straight.
Yeah, that works really well, eh?
Yeah. So how to connect this line, instead of using a flare, we've gone with a compression lock or something like that.
I think the compression nut fittings.
Oh, compression nut. Anyway, this gets squished into it and obviously causes it to seal. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's a little olive.
Yeah, so that's it. So what will happen is we need to basically tattoo this on ourselves today, is to put this on first.
Put the nut on first, yeah.
And then you put this on, and then you put our fitting, which we've got mostly 90 degrees because we're too lazy to bend 90s.
I think, yeah, it just makes it easier.
It's neater as well. And then that will screw to that, and then lock it in and seal in the flavour.
Yep.
So anyway, who's going to do the first one, Michelle?
I don't care, you can do it if you want. Pretty good, isn't it?
Really nice.
Do you reckon you bent that the right way?
Yeah, goes like that.
It's actually pretty good. You can get a really nice sharp, like the radiuses are really close to each other.
Yeah, you can get a nice close radius.
Alright, so we're making up a test piece to see how it bends, and
It bends like butter.
what we're trying to do is figure out where the actual
Bend starts.
Where
so
the bend
if you
starts.
want, so if you want this to line up to that fitting, you've got to mark it parallel with it, and then 65 mil off that. And if you bend it on the line, right. So I got to mark it. Oh, look at me today, mate! Look at me! Look at me today, hey?
he's so happy with himself.
Hey?
I guarantee he
Hey?
loses that in 5 seconds.
Look
Hang
at
on,
me
wait.
today.
Do you really want to compare?
Ah, damn! He's double loaded.
Talk to me when you're playing in the big leagues, mate. When you're double loaded, and
He's shotgunning right now.
not only double loaded, but pull the tops off.
Oh, he's sawn off shotgun. He's better than me.
Wait, one for each purpose, thick and thin. When you get to that league, mate, talk to me then. And now enjoy your Sharpie that you're guaranteed to lose in a minute.
I thought I gave myself extra. I just cut that the biggest fluke ever. Hell, that's done. That's our first line.
Is that in all the way?
Yeah, that's bottomed out.
Yeah.
Bottomed out.
Yeah, right. Well done, man. That looks really good. Happy with that?
Yeah. God, it takes up the whole boot.
It really does, doesn't it?
But for the sake of beautifulness. All right, Michael's turn next. I think what we'll do is we'll just get them to the stage where they're fitting in.
Yeah, on
And
all of them.
I'll just bag all these.
Yeah.
And then we just do all these locks and that's it.
Yep.
Done.
Thanking you.
Ah.
It's like Bo Peep.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be long enough now.
There's a whole bunch of trial and error in this stuff.
It is, eh?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I'll put just one.
Not too much, I reckon.
Nah, it's short. Yeah, it's short. Damn it! How good it looks. I had it. I had it.
Back to the drawing board.
Round two. I need to give myself more tube.
More length.
More length. I gotta just mark it where I cut it.
Just gonna send it.
No, I'll do the overflow return.
So, I've made my first whoopsie. I didn't get the height right so that the fittings aren't right. It's too short. It's just, if you can see, if I want to get that parallel, this is obviously not going to go in there anymore. It's too short, doesn't go into there, so there's a few lessons to take away from this one. But this is my first one, so.
You had to put a whoopty in.
You have to put a whoopie into it. 3 attempts this has taken, and I'm about to see if it fits finally. I want this one to be straight, so mine looks good next to it.
It's not going to sit straight until
It's done up.
yeah.
Boom! There we go. What do you reckon? Happy?
Yeah, that looks good.
You better be happy with that, because I'm not changing it. That is the last time I'm
Yeah,
doing
I
that
guess
one.
once it's sitting. Yeah, we got to really do the fittings up now. I think we do the fittings on what we've done
Yeah, and
before we
move
move
forward.
forward. Damn, that looks crazy.
It does, doesn't it? How good does it look? We're getting there. So what have we got left? We got 1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4. No, so we're not doing too bad.
So we've done 4. We just got to do 4 more.
And we'll probably hopefully get better now because we've maybe done the harder ones, or probably not.
I think we've done the harder ones because these are all long bits of straight.
Yeah. Alright, time to put a fitting on. This is the first one I'm going to do. Hopefully I get it right. Don't forget that. Put the olive on. And then this one goes that way. I'm excited to see this go together. If this doesn't fit, I reckon I'll probably cry. Do you ever find with a WD-40 it's either all or nothing?
Yeah.
Like you just want a little bit of a smidge.
Yeah.
It just
And then
gets-
your hands are covered in it. Yeah.
Then everything becomes slippery.
Now you just got to get that perfectly
90.
90 and make sure it doesn't move.
I'm going to say that's tight, and if it leaks, it leaks. These shores are good.
Yeah, they're good, these ones. I like these ones.
Alright, this is my first line. Nathan's up to his third, I'm up to my first. We were stressing before that, you know, we've got to make sure this is parallel or in line with everything else that we're making because it'd either be skew if, and then we realised they're rotating fittings. So you don't need to worry about that.
Damn, that looks good.
There we go. Look at that, very nice.
Alright, let's plumb up the last 2 and then we can move on to the other 4.
Yep. What's the bet we plug this in and it just goes
Leaks everywhere.
fuel everywhere. I am worried about that, but you know, that's what this is all about. Learning. This is the rewarding part. When they all start to actually go back together nicely. I'd just like to take a minute to appreciate just how well that looks down there. It's so parallel, I love it.
Damn.
That's looking cool.
That looks sick.
It does.
Well done on your one pipe.
Thanks, man. But I did it 3 times, so.
Damn, that was sick. So we've done our overflow return. That one's done.
That one's done.
What else have we done?
We've done
our supply line.
We've done supply line, yeah.
Yep.
We've done return and engine out.
We've done return and engine out.
Or engine 2, I suppose.
Return.
So now what we have left is
we've got
2 vents.
2 vents, right? Which just got to go around there.
Yep.
We've got our tank drain and our surge drain, which we need to make a mount to hold the
dry brakes, yeah.
The dry brakes. But other than that, I think that drawing looks pretty much like that. Yeah, I love it. I think it looks sick.
All right, we've had some lunch. We're refueled. Refueled. So now we need to make up 4 more lines. It'll take us 4 hours to make 4 lines so far. We're gonna make 4 more. What we're gonna work on now is we need to get these vents in, and they're gonna go through the floor. These are our dry brakes, which we're gonna pump fuel out of. And are we thinking going here, Nate?
Yeah.
Oh, that would look cool, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. So I've just got to somehow come up with a nice bracket though. That's the only thing.
Noise bracket.
Yeah.
Just doop.
You reckon?
Yep. And just 2 holes in the top.
Could do that. It's easy.
I reckon that'll work. And we've also got to get the little pigtails here for the rollover vents so that there's like 2 loops that we need to put into it. So we need to figure out how we're going to make those loops. So I reckon I might have a look at that now.
While I make some mounts.
Yep, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. I think the Raceworks jaws have been used to hold a shovel before.
No. Are you painting a shovel to suit your full drive?
No, only an idiot would do that.
Thanks.
I need you to stay there. Oh, what? That didn't work, did it?
I could have told you that was an habit. Oh, damn. Oh, what are you trying to do, Michael?
We need to figure out how to do this.
Oh, that was funny.
Because there's no way that's going to work.
Nah, it needs to be...
Fail. Shovel can go back. You were no good to me, shovel. This might just be crazy enough to work.
Look, it's hitting the bottom one.
Uh-oh.
You crushed it?
How do we get it off?
Oh.
It's just...
It's like a spring. Oh no, there you go. Ugh. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
No.
That's not real pretty. Alright, we need to think this through. We need to come up with a solution. We need the spring that you slide through the inside of it. That's alright. Let me think on it. You keep doing what you're doing.
And then these fittings will go like that. This will go like that, bend back in, so then you don't see the nutserts. So yeah, simple as that.
Looks good.
Yeah. If only you had your hammer-proof glove.
That looks good as.
That's it. Man, that looks sick.
It does, I like it.
Hang on. What do you want to do? You want to drain your fuel? Fuel? Okay. Oh yeah, no worries. No worries. I'll just...
Hey, that's actually pretty strong. I was wondering whether we're going to have to hold it so I didn't like just crush it
No,
when we plugged it in.
But these are dry brakes. So this is so then we can dump the fuel out of this and the fuel out of that easily and quickly.
Yeah, and cleanly. So that's
And
the
cleanly,
idea.
exactly right. So we'll just run a bit of hose into a jerry, and then that's it. Both are drained. So then our E85 content is quite high.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, that's the plan, because obviously, you know, the slightest bit of 98 is going to affect it. So, but we'll try our best, see how it works.
Yeah.
Either way, we've made it bolt in and out, and who cares really? It looks sick.
It does look cool, yeah. So this is how I figured out how I'm going to make my loopties. I made that test one. And it's a little bit squarish, but when it's that way, you don't even notice it. It's one of those typical things that we always say, you're never going to see it. So the only way I can get this to work is by doing it at like a 45 degree at a time, or 9 degree at a time. And I've got to use this spacer here to push it in the back there, because you got that gap. But all I'm doing is just very slowly working my way around. And I have to do it here because my end piece is so low. But this is scary, because if I stuff this up, I've ruined this whole length. But I don't want to sound too cocky, but I reckon I've got it.
I think you've got it down, mate.
Just call me Plumber Bob.
Well, that's way past money.
No, don't even. This one piece right here took an hour. And I got to make another one.
And he's proud of it.
Got to make another one identical.
Identical.
So this isn't bolted in yet, so it's still a bit loosey-goosey, but hopefully gives you an idea of what I'm trying to put down here. But that's the idea. So then now, just gotta make another one, you know, just easy as that. Easy as that. Easy as pie. Fun times ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna make my line.
2 lines to go.
Our distillery.
Our distillery is nearly together. Our Moonshine Distillery. So this is all just, you think we're making like an ethanol raceworks fuel system back here, but really the standard fuel tank is still underneath it. This is just for moonshine. We're going to be bootleggers.
We're going to draw 01 on the door.
My 2 vent lines, the most complex lines out of all of them.
Sorry.
You really made that tight there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You reckon that one's tricky? Watch this one. This is like tying your shoelaces. Get it around the rabbit hole, around the hole, whatever it is. It's pretty. That is that. Woo! That looks pretty good, huh?
Clear it out, put the battery in, see how she looks.
Not bad for 2 numpties.
God, that looks extreme. I just can't stop looking at it.
I know.
You just don't know where to look. You're kind of like, oh, there. We've just become apes.
It's turned out a lot better than I expected we would do.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a few people that were wondering about like how we're going to fill it.
Yeah.
It's actually very easy to fill. So this undoes, and then bada bing, bada boom, you fill it.
You fill it up from there.
Yeah.
Nice big hole there, but
But it doesn't hit there. That's not going to interfere. Your filler is there.
yeah.
You got plenty.
Like I said, this is also not just practical, but we're trying to make this for a show.
Yeah, we're trying to show every part that they got.
Yeah, and what you can do at home in your own shed, which we just did. Like, this is the first time we've ever done this. And I'll be honest, I think this is a really good looking fuel system. Like, it looks impressive.
I think once it's all painted up and everything, and we can do everything up tight, because there's a few lines that are like sitting a little like this. But I think once everything's tight, we can kind of just push them and manipulate them a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm absolutely wrapped with it. I love it. It looks sick.
Yeah.
Like, you just stand back here and you go, holy hell, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. I'm wrapped. That was a big day though. Like, it was in my head. That was a lot of thinking. Oh, a few people too have been mentioning, are we going to need a firewall in this thing in now that we have a fuel tank in the boot? It's something that we actually didn't even think about when we did this. Typical. And yes, we are. That's something we're going to worry about at a later stage. Nathan's dad, Tin Man Fabrications, is going to give us a hand with that. Just sheeting it up and making a firewall, because I think we're going to need that for scrutineering.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we won't be allowed on the track at Drag Challenge. Looks good, man. Like, well done. Hope we don't burn it down at Drag Challenge. Anyway, if you've liked this episode, please like and subscribe if you want to see more like this and see us actually put fuel in this one day and fire it up. Because next up is wiring and all the things that come with that and a few other little bits and bobs. If you'd like to support the channel, head on over to our website where you can buy a bunch of Hackshop merch, including, I think you've got a couple of days left to get yourself some Hackshop hoodies. So if you want to support the channel like hugely and want to get yourself a sick hoodie to go with it, these are super warm. Head on over to the website and pre-order yourself one now. And also don't forget to head over to Burst Garage to get a bunch of exclusive members pricing, tips, tricks, and really good information on a bunch of different things as far as working in the shed. Word of the day, I reckon we'll call it a whoopty because there's a hell of a lot of whoopties in this. A lot of dog legs and stuff. So we'll go with that. Anyone who comments whoopty in the comment section below, we'll pick at random 2 people to send out a Hackshop sticker pack as always. And until the next week's episode when we get stuck into wiring, catch you in the next episode. You didn't even notice the surprise I have outside.
There's a surprise outside?
Yeah.
Why is there 2 diffs there?
You're getting warmer.
Why is there 2 diffs?
One diff is yours.
Yeah. What's the other diff for?
What do you think the other diff is for?
Did you get a limited slip?
I got a limited slip.
That's sick!
Yeah.
Is that for a HQ?
That's for HQ.
Oh, that's awesome. It's got a sway bar on it, a factory one.
So does mine, but yeah, that's the HZ stance, it's sedan, LSD, 308.
Oh, 308s. What's in your car now?
308s, same.
Oh, perfect. You know, I was standing in the kitchen when I got here and I'm like, oh, he's moved the diff. That was it. That was it. I didn't even jerry. Oh, that's sick. We get to put that in. We get to paint it.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing 2-wheel peels.
Yeah.
Looks like schematics to a building.
No, do you know what it looks like?
It's the fire hydrant system.
Actually, you might not remember this. Back in the day, we used to have a thing called screensavers on computers. And there used to be...
I know what a screensaver is.
I don't know, you're pretty young. There used to be that pipe one. The pipe that would...
You have to show me.
Windows 95.
Oh, no, the one that Windows 95 and it would just keep doing pipes,
Yeah,
yeah?
just keep making pipes.
I remember that.
That's what that looks like. They look pretty similar. I can't believe Raceway's letting us do this. Us. Why would you pick us of all people? Maybe everyone else is busy. It does this too, look.
Oh, what?
So you can...
Yeah, we can make roll cages with that.
So that little... It looks like the ring. You look like from...
Precious!
Yeah.
So...
We've got Gollum over here with his... No, you'd be Sam.
So...
You'd be Sam. Sorry, these are just vents. If they leak, it's just extra venting.
It's venting. It's venting.
What do you reckon? Are you excited? Yeah? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Give you the other one. Good boy. What's in there? What's in the boot? What's in the boot? What's in the boot? What's in? Don't you lick the screen? Did you just lick the lens? Who is it? Who's the guy? What's his name?
Who's the guy that does, who's in the pits on Bathurst? Because he's always explaining, you know, like, we need to save fuel. Lap 20, lap 50, lap 70, we have to conserve the fuel. We need to conserve to get to lap, whatever the last lap is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what Craig Lowndes is doing here, but he needs to conserve.
No. You know, the bend, Conrad Straight?
Yeah.
He's like, this every year. This is the fastest
yeah.
in touring car Australia. Every year.
It's the same lines every year, and he gets more and more excited.
Good on him. I love it.
I love it too.
Great enthusiasm.